Okay. Hi, Cancer. Happy September. I hope you are doing well. Okay, lovelies. Here we go. I'm going to branch this out into two different ways because I have two different feelings here on this. So I'm going to point them both out because I'm going to do that. So we come in with the Sun card, which is fantastic. It's a breath of fresh air. That's the highest octave of this card. We've got the Ten of Cups. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Seven of Cups. Okay. We've got the Fool card. And the Eight of Coins. And on the outbound, we have the Five of Wands. And I wanted to pull a clarifier on that for this particular reason because you came in with the Sun card. So we got the Two of Cups as the clarifier for the Five of Wands on the out. The reason that I pulled a clarifier on this is because the Sun card is a fantastic card. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer here. But the card has undercurrents to it, right? It has undercurrents of things that lie dormant that pop up at times when we least expect them, right? It's like mood swings, backlashes. It's a loaded card that has undertones to it that if you don't address them, the Two of Cups coming in, because it looks like your home life, the comfies, the financials, it looks like your home life is in a really good place. The Ten of Cups is a fantastic card to get, right? It speaks of the comforts of work and home and, things in your favor and all the green lights and all of that kind of stuff. And the Sun card is fantastic too. But first I want to point this stuff out because if any of this is lying under the surface for you, you'll want to pay attention to it, right? I think that there are things here that are not as valid as they used to be, right? Some alignment can need to be done sometimes when we want to move forward with something, but there's like this restless energy under there that kind of just shows up in like just a response to someone or saying something snappy or I think it's an ego kind of thing, and don't take offense to this. I'm just saying it lies under here. So if it's showing up and it's resonating with you, I'm trying to point this out so that you can take a second and look at if this applies to you or not. I think that at the core of all this is self-doubt. You don't show up that way though, but I think that it lies under the surface. So I'm just saying if you've got self-doubt and defenses are up and you're responding sometimes like I want freedom, but I also want security. It's like, and I want things this way, but you want things this way. Meet in the middle. I think there are relationships coming in here that, again, the Two of Cups on the outbound with that Five of Wands is saying that there is a karma around how you relate in relationships, how you relate to the people around you. And this is more coming from the inside, where that is coming from. Yeah, the Five of Wands is a combative card, usually like competitions and stuff like that at work or, trying to work together to solve something. But in this scenario, with the way that these cards came out and the Fool card right in your blind spot, it's saying take this opportunity to change something, to leverage something up here. I do think that there is some kind of change here within yourself. I think your attitude changes here somehow, and it can be brought about by something. You have nothing in here that references any kind of ill health at all. I'm just saying that it might be something that relieves stress from you when you just take a different approach to something. Sometimes we hang on to something that a way of thinking or a way of doing something or just some kind of something that we don't even know why we do what we do. You know what I mean? Like something under the surface, why we respond like that, why we feel like that, why we're so opposed to this, these kind of things, right? Just check in with yourself to make sure that what you're doing is for yourself, right? In other words, how you're responding is not a knee-jerk pattern that gets triggered with something, right? Like no tolerance for somebody or something, or how other people are, that kind of thing, right? I think that these struggles, though, get kiboshed. I think that there's a big timeline here where you look at these things, finally something crosses your path and you take a deep look at why maybe you respond the way you do. And this can be excess, it can be, a smothering kind of thing, or it can be a cold kind of thing. It can go either way. But I do think that there is light at the end of the tunnel here if this is something that you're coming up against. Okay, because I do see the cards here with the 7 of coins, 7 of cups. It's like the decisions that you make, that's an active mind. That's a lot of creative energy flowing through there. That's a lot of great ideas. But if you think that the outside world is what aligns to allow you to make these decisions, your internal fortitude has a lot more to do with the decisions you make than the outside periphery. That includes family, friends, anybody else. So it's just saying, have some confidence on the inside and make the decisions that are best for you. Are the people that you're around good for you? You know what I mean? Are they helping you to be the best person that you could be, or are they helping you to not helping feed this kind of thing, right? Okay. I think that past friends come up here, and past acquaintances or past friends, and that's why I'm kind of saying this too, because I think that you may rush into something without thinking about. I get this a lot in readings. I got reacquainted with someone that I dated in high school, and they're like 50 years old, right? And nothing has changed. We picked up right where we left, and I'm thinking to myself, I already see what's going to happen, right? It's the initial, I jumped into this. I'm trying to, we don't think in these scenarios, and there's not a judgment call. We all have done certain things like this only to get into the pot and figure out, yeah, well, we kind of did change, and we kind of are really not in the same spot. And now I'm stuck here because I jumped, wholeheartedly into this. It's these kind of things that you want to ask yourself about. And I'm laughing because it happens, right? But what's happening here is I feel a shift in this reading. I feel a shift from, I just feel like an internal, like a restless energy here that needs to be put somewhere. And I'm asking you to think about where you put it before it comes out of your mouth. That's what I'm going to say. Because I think that there is, the 2 of Cups is just, it's a karmic love kind of relationship. And it doesn't need to be a romantic love. It could be someone at work that's, is a colleague, a great friend, and says something to you, and you've done this dance before with other people. Like maybe something is really rumbling under the surface on the home front, the dynamic there. But the friend at work or the colleague at work is kind of mirroring something in a different scenario to get you to see something different to solve that. This is kind of where I'm going. For some of you, that's going to be the case, right? So I'm just putting this out here in case it shows up and you are not wanting to circle this bend again or to get past something. Maybe just look at this. And it's not a blame or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying assess it. And that's all. And then, really assess it and look at it and try to figure out where it comes from and all of that. Cancer is the womb and the tomb of all emotion, yours and everybody else's. So you would be exclusive if this doesn't occur from time to time. It's just when you don't know what it is, you're not sure why you act like this or behave like this or feel like this on the inside, right? So restless energy needs somewhere to go. So it does hit the body at a certain point, but it is not in here. So we'll go on the lighter side now. the Sun card is a fantastic card to get. It's a healthy card. It's a refreshing card. It's a nice, juicy, plump, in-season card, right? It speaks of a great future, success, health, relationships, and you've got that coming in here with the Two of Cups. So I'm saying something may cross your path here where someone circles back from your past, or you meet someone here that you think, because the beauty about that Two of Cups is that I feel like I've known this person forever. That's why I'm putting up the warning about jumping into something full-fledged like that. We want to think about it, because I'm going to get down here to this reading, and it's talking about taking a more effective plan, asking better questions to get better answers, I guess is where I'm going with that. And it's in your blessing spot. And I think when you do that, what happens here is by asking these questions, now you take an effective stance on something. Maybe go a little bit slower, or maybe just don't go at all, right? You have a unique way of solving problems. This works for you. It's just your processing on how you process things is different from other people. So this is where I will tell someone when I see something like this, you don't need to ask everybody else for advice on something. You have those answers inside of you, because the chances of you finding someone who wrangles something the way you do is rare. So it's more, the answers are within you. You just have to take a minute to look at them and make sure that they're yours. That's the thing. Make sure that they're yours. That's why I said the patterns, consequences, and triggers. Where are they coming from? Make sure that you own them. The Fool card is new. It's beautiful. It's in your blind spot. You don't see it yet, so you're going to want to do something. Something's going to cross your path that excites you. You may have a dream or something that you want to do, a chance meeting with someone. Someone may cross your path like that, I said. You've got a lot of cup cards in here, so there's a lot of water in here. So it could be someone, from your past. With the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, these are lovely cards, but under them, they stem from why we do what we do from childhood. So if your MO is not working for you, right, how you do these things, try to think about why you do these, like what your triggers are, or, where you sell yourself short, all those lovely things. Because coming in with the Sun card, that's fantastic. And going out with the Two of Cups, it really doesn't get better than that. It's just asking you to pace yourself on something internal that you do that shows up external and bites you in the butt. That's all I'm saying. 10 of Cups is a great card. Comforts of home. It's a nice, comfy card. If things are not comfy in your home, they shift. Okay. Opportunities come along here for you. This could show up in the form literally of going somewhere or doing something, or something enjoyable, something that you would like to do, right? That may cross your path here too. Again, with the 6 of Cups, I want to say it is a card of, we've got karma in here. So it's just a reminder that what we say and what we do can either break or make fantastic relationships, right? So I point that out with the 6 of Cups because it is a card of kindness, but underneath that, and this is where I do tarot well, I get under stuff, because most people that come to me have things that they're dealing with that they don't know why they do the things that they do, right? So this is why I do these kind of things, because this is I can get in there. And in this reading, I do see that. I see a lot of that. I see a lot of stuff rumbling under the surface. It doesn't make you, it's not a judgment call. It's just saying we all have these things, and some people find outlets here. Some people find outlets here. Some people just don't do anything. They pull this away and think that it's them. And it's not. It's a learning. It's an opportunity to grow, to do something better, right? To calm yourself from, inside. Give yourself permission with the 7 of Cups to dream. Give yourself permission to do things. Give yourself permission to make your own choices. Doesn't matter whether it's the right choice or the wrong choice, or whether you meet this person and you jump into the relationship or you don't. That's one thing, right? But the 7 of Cups, no matter what you decide, as long as it's your decision, that's it. time after time after time, you'll get the rhythm right. But it don't let your decisions be made by your surroundings. Sometimes with the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Cups, it's like you're still psychologically responding to, well, if I'm late, my mother's going to this. And we're adults and we're sitting at the red light with our hands on the wheel thinking, what the hell is wrong with me? Why did I just say that? But yet we're alone in the car thinking this. These are the things under the surface that are coming up now. And that's all I'm saying. And that's where I'm kind of pointing it in that direction. Because we all do it, but I see it and I feel it in here. So I'm just saying it might pop up. So you won't be surprised. You have fair warning here. But I think that your life is changing. I think that you get the gusto in here to bring back to life or to have a new dream on something that you put on the shelf prior, right? Like now may be the time to do it. Now may be the time to move to the place. Now may be the time to change the thing, to do the whatever, right? Now might be the time. The 8 of Cups again is a card that it's a fantastic card. But what I can see, it's in your blessing spot. So it's just saying I am content within myself, but sometimes that is like, it's a good thing, right? But it's also a card that comes up sometimes, especially with the 5 of Cups coming on the end. And I don't mean to laugh, but I could think of at least off the top of my head 10 readings that I know this applies to. It's like you're not able to see or understand how other people live when it's not like you can't relate to someone how they live outside of how you live. Like it just baffles you. Like you have no conception of it whatsoever. And I see it all the time. So it just is, and it always baffles me. But some people are like that, and sometimes this shows up here, right? Where we're dismissing or we're judging or we're something because we just can't think, well, what the hell is wrong with you? Well, there's nothing. It's just someone does something different. And that's why with the 8 of coins, I was saying to you, you have a unique way of looking at things, a specific way that that it's just not the norm. It's not the norm of how someone else would do something. So if that comes up and you meet someone and someone from your past comes up and just take things from a perspective of asking just better questions so that you're not like, now this person's texting me constantly or they're calling me constantly and, I jumped in and now I'm, not wanting anything to do with them. It's that kind of stuff. But you've got fantastic things in here. I think that if any of what I'm saying, if your life is not in a good spot, if your life is just take more chances, take bigger chances, trust yourself and just do things that you normally wouldn't do. I'm not talking like crazy things. I'm just saying free yourself in areas where you can build internal courage, confidence inside, not external. Most of the people in this they'll be very pulled together. You know what I mean? Like their life will be tidy. But inside is a hurricane usually, right? So I'm just saying with the 10 of Cups, being the 10 of Cups means it goes on to something else. It starts something else. You've got the 6 and the 7 here. So this could be a scenario, honestly, where a family dynamic in the 6, right? Because that's a karmic card too, comes up in the 7 where you want to do this, you want to make this choice, but you don't dare say anything to anyone because they're going to think you're crazy. Do the thing. You don't need someone's approval. Just go do the thing. Because with the Fool card following it, it's saying this is a window in time. It's time. It's just a window between this, and I'm sitting here. And I want to do the thing, right? I want to do the thing. The Fool card is the internal telling you, I want to do this. That's where the rumbling is coming from. That's you, right? That's how this shows up. And the 8 of Cups is just saying, oh, but I don't know. I really might. I don't know. So find some enthusiasm around this. That's what I've got. Because on the outbound with the 2 of Cups as the clarifier and that 5, the 5 of Wands can be a decision where I'm doing it. I'm just going to do it. And with the 2 of Cups, you're going to align well. That could be meeting someone that is like you or wants to do the same thing or go with you to do this or join this excursion or something like that. And it's a karmic card. And a lot of that is just let me go see. Just don't jump in wholeheartedly. Don't run off and get married. Just go have the dinner or something, anything like that. It doesn't need to be romantic. This can be a dynamic too in your family where all that stuff I mentioned is why, is where the seeds of this sit. And the 2 of Cups can be just I accept and love this person regardless. That's it. And it could be a friend, it could be a pet, it could be a family member, it could be anybody. So I think it's fantastic. And that's what I've got. But I think that you're just going to change. And you're choosing to change. And these are the perfect energetics that are happening now that can put internal feelings, emotions into practical, lifelong, stable, comfy enjoyments in your bank account, in your home, in your relationships, all of that. And it not be a thunderstorm on the inside. It be a calm, cool place, right? So if meditation is your thing, if reading is your thing, those kind of things also help calm the inside. And the food you eat. I don't need to tell you that. But again, I didn't see any health cards here. I don't see any. I think this is a lot of emotion here, and that this is a 6 and a 7, especially of this suit. I'm thinking to myself, something's going to come up, and it's going to be something triggers a pattern, and there's a consequence here that you'll know what it is because it will have been here before. So take a different approach in whatever this is and let me know how this goes because I'm very, very curious. I feel this reading, so I'm very curious how it goes. It's got excitement written all over it. And I'm not going to be the one who, deters you from it. I'm just saying, go for it. Try it. Do the new thing. Taste the new food. Go do the thing. Right? Step outside of your box here, I guess is where I'm going. If you're single, there is a great possibility here that you meet someone and you just needed to get to like this karmic place where you're willing to see something and change something and elevate something, and then boom, it comes together. And that's what I've got. So I hope that I helped you in some way. Please leave me something down below that lets me know how this is resonating with you. I would be greatly interested. Okay, thank you so much.